And you'll be Chancellor and Liz Truss will be Prime Minister this time next month.
Absolutely 100%. I'm not going anywhere.
You'll be Chancellor and Liz Truss will be Prime Minister this time next month.
Absolutely 100%. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, good morning. I hope everyone is fine. Here is NK97 TV. As we usually always do, we bring you news around the group. And this morning there is a breaking news that we just want to bring to our viewers, most especially Ghanaians, and we believe that it's going to be very interesting. We just recently heard one particular Ghanaian-born British, Kwasi Kwarteng, who served as a Chancellor of the Exchequer United Kingdom, has been relieved of his post. He has been fired by the Prime Minister British, that is Liz Truss. But we're just going to give you the update and what really triggered and what brought about all these issues. If you remember, when Kwasi Kwarteng, a Ghanaian-British born, got a position, there were some development whereby, racism, some of the officials, made a comment which was so racist. So even though those people were chastised or say accused of being racist towards Mr. Kwasi Kwarteng, a Ghanaian born British. But this morning we wake up to realize that he has been relieved of his post. So we're just going to read what really triggered and what is about to happen and what he said. I believe you have watched the short seconds video, which is about 8 seconds video that I just posted. I want people to also have the intake and what really is happening to Kwasi Kwarteng. So, a Ghanaian-born British Finance Minister, Kwasi Kwarteng, has been relieved from his post by the British Prime Minister, Liz Truss, according to the writer's report attributing the development to the UK Times newspaper. Liz Truss is preparing to reserve a decision announced in the country's mini-budget, which was delivered by Kwasi Kwarteng. The mini-budget was since sparked financial turmoil in the market and caused a revolt among the Conservative MPs in the United Kingdom. I'm told that Kwasi Kwarteng is being sacked as Chancellor as Liz Truss prepares to reverse the mini-budget. Stephen Swinford, the political editor of the Times, said on Twitter, "Not clear who will be replacing him." Swinford added, Kwasi Kwarteng was recently appointed to serve as a Chancellor of the Exchequer. When we say somebody is an Exchequer, is the Finance Minister of United Kingdom, where he served for just only 6 weeks. His appointment came at a crucial time when the country is facing a high cost of living, public sector layoffs, and among others. Kwasi Kwarteng, after his appointment, became the first black person to hold the position. And mind you, a black person holding the entire UK finances, I don't think he's gonna take it lightly, because if we are to go back to history, he's the first black person to hold that position, as compared to like coming to America. Obama too was the first black president. So sometimes when you have such positions, the challenge will continue to be existing and be coming forward to you. And it is about you to also realize what you can also do, to overcome all those challenges. So, like I said, Kwasi Kwarteng, after his appointment, became the first black person to hold the position. And let's see what's really transpired. So, the British Prime Minister to announce tax cuts. So, when you look at the situation, I believe it is about the country's mini budget, but I don't know what it entails. So, we are here to come out to find out what exactly transpired or what is within the mini budget. You see, this white folks don't play. They don't play at all. But like I said earlier on, that Kwasi Kwarteng has mentioned that he's not going anywhere. So probably he's going to fight his way out. Sometimes when these white folks want to intimidate you, they just don't go by, being racist towards you, but they go by what you have done. And every little stuff that they think is inappropriate, they will go after you. So let's see. Meanwhile, it is expected that the Prime Minister Truss will hold a news conference in due course as the speculation builds that the government could reverse more of the tax cut announced on its mini budget. So you could see that there is a problem within the task. The task that's probably the budget, the mini budget that our brother Kwasi Kwarteng prepared for the country. But I believe, I will give my version or my opinion concerning what should have been done. But I'm not probably in a good position to advise a country like Britain or a UK as to what to do if a budget preparation or budget read wasn't good. So, as we all know, the Prime Minister Truss is going to also look at some of the, the mini budget and reverse some of the tax cuts that probably Kwasi Kwarteng puts into his, budget. So earlier, a No 10 Downing source told the BBC that Truss thought the Chancellor was doing an excellent job. So if somebody is doing an excellent job, what at all do you need from the person than to consult or come close to the person to review at least what he has prepared? Probably unless he did not bring to your opinion or to your desk for you to also review before he presented it or gave to the country. But I don't think he deserved this kind of embarrassment. The PM faces growing calls from within her party to rethink economic plans, with one Tory MP telling the BBC, "It is checkmate. We are screwed," the BBC further reported. Now let's look at the background of this kind of the whole episode, or this kind of whole confusion that is engulfing the Britain or the UK finance minister. Kwasi Kwarteng, 47 years, took over as head of the British Treasury in September 2022 this year, after new UK Prime Minister Truss took over with the responsibility of trying to pull the UK out of a serious cost of living crisis without plunging the public finances into the abyss. He took over from Nadhim Zahawi, an Iraqi-born kid, who himself succeeded Rishi Sunak, of Indian origin, and Sahid Javid, with Pakistani roots, embodying a more inclusive faces of the Conservative Party. His sack makes him the second shortest serving UK Chancellor on record. And this is very embarrassing. The shortest serving Chancellor, Len MacLeod, according to the BBC, died of a heart attack 30 days after taking the job in 1970. So even the first person that served as a shortest prime minister, the shortest finance minister, he wasn't sacked. He passed away as a result of heart attack. Since 2019, the UK has had 4 chancellors, including Nadhim Zahawi, who served the third shortest tenure with 63 days. So these days is more than Kwarteng concerning like 6 weeks. So the 6 weeks is just like 1 month, 2 weeks. Since 2019, the UK has had 4 chancellors, including Nadhim Zahawi, who served the third shortest tenure with 63 days. During a short life reshuffle under the Boris Johnson and Zavid, who served 204 days, the 4th shortest tenure on the record. The whole thing is like, the background of this issue is that if we could recall, the just ended Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, was accused of financial malpractices and financial, mismanagement. Not him per se, but one of his cabinet ministers. Did something that the party and the country were expecting Boris Johnson to at least fire the person. But from all indication, according to the rumor surrounding the whole issue, Boris is trying to subject the whole issue to the fact that he had no idea about what was going on. But white people don't take things for granted. They always go by their convictions and what they think is appropriate. So now let's listen to one Stephen Swinford. As earlier on I indicated, Stephen Swinford is it's a reporter. Yeah, it's a reporter. That is the public editor of the Times. The public editor of the Times in UK. So he said exclusively, I am told that Kwasi Kwarteng is being sacked as Chancellor as Liz Truss prepares to reverse the mini budget. Not clear who will be replacing him. Event moving very, very quickly this morning. No 10 knots comment. So that is what Stephen Swinford also said. So when you go to Twitter, it is going around and people are talking about it. Jeremy Hunt, which people are thinking that could be to replace him or something like that. Let's see the development that comes after that. He's a Ghanaian-British born, so I believe we all have an interest in it. And as a Ghanaian, I believe you need to pray for our brother wherever he finds himself. And this morning too, I heard the finance minister of Ghana, Ufuri Atta, has gone there to meet him. I don't know specifically what he went there to do, to meet him about, but we also know that Ghana too is facing some financial crisis, some financial difficulties, and there's talks going between Ghana and IMF. But I don't know. Let's see what will come out of it, and we'll bring to you every development that goes around our brother Kwasi Kwarteng, who has been relieved of his post. Yes, NK97 TV. We bring you global news. Subscribe. Thank you.